You know what separates people who always seem to get their way from those who constantly feel walked over in conversations? It's not confidence, it's not charisma, it's not even intelligence. It's knowing how to control the invisible strings of dialogue without anyone realizing you're pulling them. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 7 psychological tricks that will completely shift the power dynamic in any conversation you have, whether it's with your parents, your friends, that person you like, or even that intimidating teacher or boss. And if you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling manipulated, gaslit, or like you somehow agreed to something you didn't want to, this is your revenge manual, because once you see these tricks, you can't unsee them. And trust me, you'll start noticing them everywhere. Trick number 1 is called strategic silence, and it's probably the most underrated weapon in conversation. Most people are terrified of silence. They'll fill it with rambling, over-explaining, or giving away information they never intended to share. But when you master the pause, when you let silence sit heavy after someone speaks, something fascinating happens. They feel compelled to keep talking, to justify themselves, to fill the void. And in doing so, they reveal way more than they planned. Imagine you're asking someone if they did something wrong. Instead of bombarding them with questions, you ask once, then you just stare and wait. The guilty ones will crumble and start explaining themselves without you saying another word. Trick number 2 is mirroring, and this is subtle but insanely effective. People trust people who are like them. It's hardwired into our psychology. So when you subtly mirror someone's body language, their tone, their pace of speaking, even certain words they use, their subconscious mind starts thinking, this person gets me, and they drop their guard. If they lean back, you lean back a few seconds later. If they speak slowly, you slow down. If they use specific phrases, you weave those into your responses. Suddenly, you're not just having a conversation, you're building unconscious rapport that makes them way more likely to agree with you or open up. Trick number 3 is the assumed close, which is when you speak as if the outcome you want is already decided. Instead of asking, do you want to hang out? You say, so when we hang out this weekend, do you prefer Saturday or Sunday? See what happened there? You skipped the yes or no and moved straight to details, and psychologically, most people will just pick an option instead of backtracking to say no because you framed it like it's already happening. Salespeople use this constantly. Manipulators use it in relationships, and you can use it ethically to move conversations toward outcomes that benefit everyone. Trick number 4 is tactical agreement. And this is how you disarm someone who's arguing with you. Instead of fighting back, you agree with a small part of what they said, then redirect. If someone says, you never listen to me, instead of getting defensive and saying, yes, I do, you say, you're right. I could be better at listening. What specifically do you need from me? Boom. You've validated their emotion, taken away their ammunition, and flip the conversation into solution mode, and now you're controlling where it goes. Now, if you're still here, you're clearly someone who wants to level up mentally and stop being the person things happen to, and start being the person who makes things happen, and that mindset alone puts you in a different category. So if this resonates, show some love by dropping a like or comment with which trick hit hardest for you, because when this video pops off, it pushes this kind of real, unfiltered psychology to people who actually need it instead of the usual surface-level garbage. Trick number 5 is the double bind, where you give someone 2 choices but both lead to your desired outcome. Do you want to talk about this now or after dinner? Either way, the conversation is happening. They just feel like they had control over when. Parents use this on kids all the time. Do you want to do homework before or after your snack? But you can flip it in your favor once you see the structure. Trick number 6 is anchoring the frame, which means you define the reality of the conversation first. If you're negotiating curfew and you open with, so I'm thinking midnight, even if you only wanted 11, you've anchored high. And now when you compromise to 11, it feels like they won, but you got exactly what you wanted. Whoever sets the frame controls the conversation, and most people are passive. They just react to whatever frame someone else built, but you're not most people anymore. Trick number 7, and this is the most dangerous one, is emotional labeling. When you name someone's emotion before they do, you take control of it. If someone's getting heated, you calmly say, I can see you're frustrated, and that's totally fair. Now they can't explode because you've acknowledged it, you've contained it, and you've positioned yourself as the calm, rational one, which gives you all the social power in that moment. Politicians, therapists, and master manipulators use this to steer conversations exactly where they want them to go. Here's the truth. Every single conversation you have is a negotiation of power, respect, and outcome. And if you're not consciously steering it, someone else is, and they're steering it toward what benefits them, not you. These tricks aren't about being manipulative or toxic. They're about protecting yourself, advocating for your needs, and stopping other people from controlling your life through words. Right now, you have a choice. You can close. this video and keep being the person who gets talked into things, interrupted, ignored, or guilt-tripped, or you can watch this again, internalize these 7 tricks, and walk into your next conversation as someone who cannot be controlled. The power is in your hands, but only if you actually use it. So stop waiting for the world to respect you and start commanding it through how you communicate. Because once you control the conversation, you control the outcome, and that's when everything in your life starts shifting in your favor.